Hi, welcome to the third week of our module. And previously, we mentioned about the first part of accommodations. Um, and the second one now, we are talking about um, the function of the hotel itself, the role of the hotel general managers, and we going to talk about or discuss about the rest of the rooms division department. Okay. If you can see also from the slides, it's the primary function of a hotel itself. It's to provide lodging, to provide accommodation. That is the basic reason why hotel is there. Um, Hotel itself, of course, they have a several business and several revenue centers. We're going to talk about this in the next meetings, but we are concentrate for the rooms now. Um, the reason why hotel is operates, it's um, it's to make profits for the owner. Um, Investors, they want to make hotels, they want to build hotels because they know they already do feasibility project that they will have certain profits that they will get from the revenues for the owners. Um, the role of hotel general managers, it's a multiple responsibilities. A GM is a responsibility for whole hotels, whole departments. Make sure all the departments in the hotels it's running smooth, and make sure that all the departments it's give a good revenue and perform uh, supposedly perform what they're supposed to do. A GM itself, they want to make sure that all departments uh, have a balance between the employees and the guests. Make sure that both of those sides are happy, satisfied, uh, either for their job performance, also from the guests. It's the guest point of view to receive the service that they should have. Now I would like to talk about the different type of rooms divisions. Division director is held responsible for this division. The rooms division is comprised, or they do have these departments. One is front office, reservation, housekeeping, concierge, guest service, security, and communications. Um, you noticed that or you heard before that there's a front. This is a rule of thumb, something that the old schools, and sometimes we still think this way, um, that the department have a front of the house and they have a back of the house. The easiest way to understand this is front of the house is they have the most contact with guests, either meeting the guests and greeting the guests. They have a most contact. But back of the house, rule of thumb is not always have a opportunity to contact guests directly. However, it's been changed for some times now, because for example, um, security, it says that this is the back of the house, is a part of the back of the house. But nowadays security is pretty much just, there's a possibility the first person that the guest will see. And even though the contact will not be 100%, but it's required for security to have a surface spirit able to communicate. because it can be guests walking or driving or coming with the bus, and first thing that they see is a security, and security needs to know certain things in the hotel's agenda. For example, if they want to come in and, oh yeah, where is the function of such a this and this, and it's a good thing security at least know, okay, yes, there's a function of wedding of this part happening in the first floor, second floor, and so on. So it's a little bit changed now from the old school, and then now also required for people from back of the house to be ready to have a contact with guests. The next one is the guest cycle. This is how the guests come to the hotel. How do they make contact to hotel to make reservations until they leave. If you see the slides there, is in the beginning it's from the reservations. The guest call reservation, they will mention, okay, my name is such a this, and I would like to stay in your hotel. And if they part of the groups of wedding or conventions, and they have to mention because they may have a special arrangement for that. And then when they make reservation, they will arrive, and then they will register themselves at the front office, and then the guests check in. When the guests check in, there's a lot of things that the guests can do. They can go to the restaurant, they can order room service, or they can use amenities in the room for like movies or phone. And because of that, there are charges happen. And then the guest charges will be posted and will be verified with night audit. And then by the time the guests check out, the guests will have their bills showing their room charges, and then any charges incurred for their length of stay. And at the end of the day, they will see the bills and they pay, and then they leave the hotels. So that's a little bit of the guest cycles. Now the next one is the front office. The main duty of the front office manager is to make sure that the guest service it's maximized, enhanced by developing service to meet guest needs. And sometimes we don't. What guest needs? Yeah, probably you that already involved with or working in the hotel, it's easy. But sometimes people don't know what the guest needs. What do they need? It can be from laptop battery to finding a ticket to watch football, to watch any certain concert, or sometimes just need to towels. Those all are guest needs. And the front office is a nerve center. That's how we call it. It's a hub. It's a hub to all departments, because sometimes the guests call leading to the front office, and the front office lead them to department that really involve. For example, some guests probably they don't recognize, and then they want to request a towel, and then they don't know who to call. Some guests do. Some guests do. They directly go to housekeeping, but some guests they don't recognize, and then they call front office, and then front office is the one that really needs to know where to go. Reservation. I mentioned this earlier in the guest cycle. It's managed by reservation managers, and reservation managers is directly report to room division managers. Reservation department is responsible for selling hotel rooms to get the maximum amount, to be able to get maximum amount profits. The next one is concierge. Concierge, it's a little bit it's a little bit different than front office. Yes, it's probably the same area with the front offices, the receptionist, um, but they are more specific. They are more specialized. Usually, this is the department or the division that the guest wants to have a unique request. For example, like I said, um, sometimes guests arrive very late and they want to see some concert. And then if you are arriving in the last minute, sometimes you don't have tickets. You will not get tickets. But if you go to the concierge, they may find you a ticket, even though the price is quite expensive. And also, sometimes they also do a reservation for you for certain flights that you last minute you need to go to somewhere else, and you need to do something else. You need in the middle of the meetings, and you want to find a ticket for your flight last minutes, and you can just inform them that please find the tickets. Yes, the tickets may be steep, but expensive, but then at least you get the service. The uniform service here or guest services. This is the people that help you with luggage, and they also greet you when you entering the hotels. The bell person is responsible to handle your luggage, um, escort the guests to the rooms, and provide you the first information, anything. If until the rooms, some rooms have a quite technology, quite advanced technology, and the bell person is required to know how those things operates. Housekeeping um, is the led by the executive housekeeper. The responsible of them is make sure that all stuff that needed for the room and all the cleanliness in the room, it's done. It's make sure it's being recorded, make sure everything is there, and also housekeeping also responsible for some public area, such as lobby or swimming pool, and so on. Security, or we call also we call this department as loss preventions. Hotel basically are responsible for the safety of their guests. So the key element of security is very very important. Remember we talked about some of the trends from the previous safety and security. This is a very very important department. The last but not least is communications, or sometimes we call it CBX or PBX. This is basically all informations, all calls from outside to inside. Inside means it can be for the guests or for the employee that work there. They're becoming the bridge. They make sure that all the information go past there first, and any circumstances. Um, some hotels they use this for all um, hub. Some company, for example, like Marriott, they use this to all guest needs. It has to go from this department first. Now, the reason why they do that, they just want to make sure that all guest complaint, guest concern are go are going to the same department and handled correctly. Not all companies. This is just for example. Um, Trends. Well, I'm not going to talk about all these trends, but one thing that it's very well, it's been there is in-room technology. Temperature, they are all digitals, and the TV and surround you, security, everything. That's one thing that it's probably I would like to talk about now, and it's very one of the amenities that the guest wants to see, especially if they stay in the well-known hotels and they paying certain amount of numbers, expensive, and the hotel wants to wow the guest with this. So from the bathroom until from the guest sleeping and from the living room. All right, so this is from this week, and the next one, the next meeting, we'll talk about. Now we go to the food and beverage sides of the hotels, and that's it. And see you there.